I feel like the movie title, Caught Stealing, is more of a metaphor of what did you catch stealing. Is it stealing the base, stealing the money, stealing love, stealing life? There's a lot of things that you get caught stealing for. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Caught Stealing. What's about? Pretty simple premise. Austin Butler is a happy-go-lucky guy. He's been working in a bar for about 11 years in New York. His neighbor, Matt Smith, is like, yo, geezer, blah, 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 the British accent. I need you to, watch my cat for me while he has to go to London because his dad had a stroke. And now you have the Jews, you have the Russians, you have, what was the other one? The Puerto Ricans after him, and he has no idea why. This is a good cat and mouse chase with cops, robbers, girlfriend, cat, and other people. And damn, is it Dale across the hall who designs websites? So, did I like this film? I did. A lot, actually. Okay, Darren Aronofsky, if you know him as a director, Requiem for a Dream, Pi, Whale, Noah, The Fountain. I know I'm missing like onesie, twosie, somewhere in between, but you kind of get the drift. They're kind of weird, psychedelic, just in your face, oh my god, movies. They're movies that you watch once, and you're like, do I really want to watch this movie again? Caught Stealing, polar freaking opposite. This is his most commercial movie to date, and I really love this movie with how it looks, the acting, the story, because the story is based off a book, and the guy who wrote the book wrote the screenplay. And I know sometimes that does not work, transitioning the book to a screenplay with the authors doing it, because, it's a completely different style of writing, but he does it precisely. It's witty, it's fast-paced, it's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, next scene, next scene, next scene. And some people are like, oh, that might be a little bit boring or a little bit, chaotic. No, this is not. Yeah, you can say it's a chaotic movie, but it's a good chaotic movie where it lets things settle and it lets each scene, play out with the violence, with the sex and everything like that. Zoe Kravitz is also in it as the girlfriend. Liev Schreiber, Vincent. I think that's Bad Bunny as a Puerto Rican. I think. I'm not 100% sure because they put a different name, and I've never heard of a Bad Bunny song in my entire freaking life. Will I? The answer is probably no either. So there is that. Okay, like I said, the story is thrilling. The cat is amazing. This movie just had me entertained within the first 15 minutes. Because I'll say the first 10 minutes, you're trying to understand what is happening. Of course, it starts off with like a sex scene between Zoe Kravitz and Austin Butler. And I'm thinking, I hope the whole movie's kind of not like this, because it's something that I think my mom would like, this style of story. And I don't know if I want to be like, hey, mom, recommend this movie, but the first 10 minutes, just fast forward it because, that reason behind it. But after that first 10 minutes, there's a dream sequence happens. And after that dream sequence, this movie flies. I mean, I can't whistle. Okay, I'm guilty. Flies with the seat of its pants with what is going to happen around each turn, who's going to die, who is going to backstab who, and things like that. So this is set, of course, in New York when Barry Bonds is part of the New York Giants. I do not remember the year. Guilty. I know it's in the 90s because the World Trade Centers are a staple in this movie. They make sure it is. So there's that. I think having his backstory with his knee is truly remarkable to an extent because it shows the downfall of some people of just bad decisions, right? You got caught stealing with this bad decision and you can't make it through and all of his guilt in it. And there are some brutality and interesting shots in this movie, especially when cars crash. Because I won't lie, when watching this trailer, that car crash scene, I was like, oh, that kind of looks kind of fake and odd. But when watching this movie, it actually looks a lot better, and the reasoning behind this crash they show in the trailer really proves a point through it and throughout, because that is a very serious backstory element, and what it leads to of trying to get better in your life, and maybe trying to get better, something bad has to happen for you to get better, and I think that might be another message as well when going through Caught Stealing. So yes, This weekend there are 4 releases. Run, Roses, Caught Stealing, Toxic Avenger. Of course, right now I've only seen 2 of the 4, and this is 100 times better than the Roses. Unfortunately, I think people saw this trailer and I'm not that interested in it. Wrong. You need to go see Caught Stealing. It's way better than the Roses. It's funnier than the Roses. It's a better story than the Roses. It feels more original than the Roses. It's just an overall better film. Darren Aronofsky hit this one out of the park, threw in and threw out, and I cannot wait to watch this one again and or buy it, because it is going to go on the wall of physical media in this room. So Caught Stealing will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 90%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. Critics an 87% with 112 of them. Audience score 86% with over 100. Critic consensus, there is none. Interesting. But comparing this to the Roses is 63 and 77. So even the audience and critic scores agree Caught Stealing is the better film. 87, 86, 90. Chase out here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to this Bluetoontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. A great day. I can watch the state tomorrow, a week from now, a month, a year from now. I love every single freak one of you. Peace and love, peace and love. And have you ever got stealing a base? I think I did try once, and I think I failed.